Hello, Legion. This is Hadrian. Thank you for being here. Let's play some more of The Long Dark, where we are currently killing delirious wolves in the Against All Odds series. So, this wolf just stole my arrow, and it's about to die. So I'm not going to waste another arrow on him. It ran off in one direction. The reason I say it stole my arrow is I fired an arrow at it. I had multiple wolves attack me in one episode, and for the first time I was able to... I don't mean this to brag, I'm just telling you what happened if you didn't see the last episode. For the first time I was able to just fire shots at wolves the same way I fire with my rifle, but I was using a bow and arrow. And I've never tried that kill technique with the bow and arrow before, and it worked 3 times. But the very last wolf that attacked me, the arrow didn't take it down. The arrow hit him, so he's got an arrow in him right now. I presume he does. But until he drops over, I can't actually get my arrow back. So we're waiting for that to happen. While that's happening, let's... Oh, didn't even hurt my clothing that much. Okay, so that wolf attack was not very consequential. It hurt our condition a little bit. But in the grand scheme of things, we're okay. So in this episode, once I've gotten this wolf pelt, there's another wolf that I killed at the end of the last episode. I also need to get its meat and pelt. Once I've done that, I'm going to do a little bit of fishing, as well as make some more arrows. I'm going to try and do both of those things in this episode. Alright, wolf, I don't know what you're doing. Alright, he died. There we go. He crawled into the woods to die. That's actually kind of sad. Like, I feel a little bit bad now. Alright, let's see if the arrow is sticking out of this wolf at all. Nope. No arrow. Alright, well, we just lost an arrow then. Unless the arrow is laying on the ground back where I killed the wolf. Or took the first shot, and I missed it, which is entirely possible. I don't know, though. We'll see. Alright, so we've got the meat. We're encumbered. Got to keep an eye out for bears, because bears do also patrol this road from time to time. As we learned much earlier in the series, for those of you who've been watching the whole thing. Now I want to look for that arrow. I know I hit him, because I saw the little blood splatter. Just need to look. See, there's the other wolf. Now, where is that arrow? Oh, is that it? I think that's it. Yeah, it's right there. Okay. I just missed it. I walked right past it. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this. Oh, it's only 7 pounds of meat, unfortunately. Get this hide. It's not going to take long to harvest. That's a good thing.
I'm not going to be able to carry this load for much longer.
I know. Alright, so it came out here to get wood originally, so let's go ahead and take care of that too. That's why we're out here in the first place, is we needed wood for a fire. So let's break this down. It's going to weigh us down even more. Let's pick up a few sticks as well. Because evidently in the Long Dark, you should pick up every single stick you find until it weighs you down and you can't move anymore, because you shouldn't leave anything behind ever, at all, in the Long Dark. That is some of the expert advice I have received while playing this series. If you don't pick up every single stick that you see, you're not a pro. You have no idea what you're doing, in fact. Alright, so we're going to come in here. And we are going to light a fire. Let's see, fire striker for firewood. We should only need 2 pieces of this firewood that we just found, so we have an extra that we can save for later. And we can cook some of this wolf meat. Actually, I think I just put down every single piece of the wolf meat I needed to keep too, but that's fine. We can still start the fire and turn around and get the wolf meat going. Also need to put the hides down that I've got. So I have plenty of wolf hides now. Like, I have a ridiculous amount of wolf hide.
Wait, that didn't work.
Are you serious? I failed? Alright, Tinder doesn't make a difference at this point. 80% chance of success. Alright, fine. Let's burn the book, since we finished reading it. 100% chance of success there. There's no chance. There's no way that we can fail starting this fire.
Come on, little fire.
Almost there, maybe? All right, and there it is.
Perfect.
Okay, and of course, like I said, I don't have any meat, so let's step back outside. Well, first, tell you what, let's go ahead and put these other wolf hides down on top of the others that I found. I've got 2 on me. And now let's go get some of that meat. I should probably cook as much of it as possible right now. So I'll pick a bunch of it up and cook as much of this wood that I've got on me will allow. May as well go ahead and just use up all the wood.
I can barely walk with this much gear.
All right, that's a start. Let's come back inside. We're moving really slow, wonder why. Add fuel. And let's cook. I'm going to cook 2 pieces and actually eat. It'll increase my chances of intestinal parasites, but not to any particular degree that concerns me. It'll give us lots of calories. It will, however, drain our thirst meter. So we're going to need to keep that in mind as we cook. Alright, so we've got 4 hours and 20 minutes on this fire. Our cooking skill is pretty good, and we're going to get a lot more experience points from cooking through all this wolf meat right now. So I think this fire should be long enough for me to cook everything that I need, and then possibly still have enough left to get some additional water out of the deal as well. One of the things they've mentioned adding to the Long Dark in the future is the ability to just having more detail to the cooking. So feeling like you can not only multitask while cooking, you can put something on the fire and do other things, but also you can just see more of the first-person presence. You can actually see the pans you might be cooking with. You can see the snow that you're bringing in from outside. You might actually have to bring in snow from outside, for instance, when you're melting snow over the fire. Right now in the Long Dark, all you have to do is say melt snow, and magically you have snow that you melt right in front of you, regardless of whether you've actually taken any action. Because there's not an action for like bringing in a handful of snow right now, but they want to add stuff like that in the future, which is exciting. Okay, it actually looks like we may not have all the time in the world here. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get that water that I need. We're going to get 0.6 gallons. Now, I should have enough time to boil that, I think. Oh, it's going to be close. Oh, no, we're fine. All right, so we got some water out of that deal. And this fire is almost gone. Right, so let's step back outside and put all that meat we just cooked down. And I'll just leave the uncooked meat in the snow for now as well. We've got plenty to go on for the next couple of days. Alright, so cooked meat, uncooked meat, and we're still... What are we carrying? I am really surprised that we're way down right now, considering... I mean, I guess it's the water and the cattail stalks. But we are not carrying a gun. And I have sticks on me too. That is surprising. And I do have a snare, so I guess that's not helping. Broken arrow. Tell you what, I can go ahead and harvest this, because we need the arrowhead back. And the cured feather. There goes the fire. It's fine. Alright, this survival bow condition is actually pretty low, so I'm probably going to need to make a new one at some point. Alright, and here's some of our fishing tackle that we can use. I'm pretty thirsty, but tell you what, let's go ahead, while we still have some daylight left. I mentioned in the end of the last episode that I'd received a request just to show how fishing works in the Long Dark. We've got some tackle, so let's go out and take care of that. Let's see if we can catch some fish. Get some additional meat. Still pretty foggy. Not the best weather. But thankfully the fish don't care about fog. It's typically not a part of their weather conversations. There's a couple of fishing huts. There's one there. There's the one that I'm walking towards. We're actually not as close to fishing huts as I thought we were. But I don't see any wildlife, which is the main deterrent. Actually, I think we're walking towards the door of this one right now. Yes, I did that just to get a little bit of a zoom. Just to see a little bit better. Is that a door? Hey, that's a door. Actually, it looks like the fog is clearing a little bit as we walk. Things are getting a little bit more visible in the distance. Okay, so we've arrived at our fishing hut. It's actually one of the farther out fishing huts. Oh yeah, fog's definitely clearing. Alright, so we got a potbelly stove here. Wait a minute. I haven't been here! Holy crap!
This stuff will come in handy.
How about that? Extra rifle cartridge? Just finding a random hut that I haven't fully explored. How about it? Alright, fishing hole. So you can break the ice a couple different ways. We're going to use the hatchet. And of course, it freezes over eventually. It's not that you can just break it open and it stays open. Because ice. So there's that. We got 2 hours daylight left. Now you can fish for just a certain amount of time. We've already got fishing tackle, as you saw earlier. We have plenty of calories, and we only have 2 hours daylight left. So let's just fish for those two and see what we get. So we're fishing. You can see the... Hey, you got a rainbow trout. 4.4... Nice! It's a nice first catch.
Feels like night is coming.
Another rainbow trout. Similar size. Oh, wow. Third... Okay. 3 trout in 2 hours. Not too bad. So that's how fishing works. Now let's head back to the safe house. Because we got fish now. Oh, that's fantastic. I mentioned in the last episode, it's not that I've never fished in the long dark, it's just that I haven't done it that much. But that was a great first haul. I can't complain about that at all. The weather looks like it could be a nice night. I'm not sure if the moon is going down or rising right now. The long dark at night is one of my favorite things in gaming. The long dark at night is, in general, one of my favorite games, period. The long dark is one of my favorite games, regardless of whether it's day or night. But you get what I'm trying to say. So, Alright, the safe house is right around the corner. We've got some fish to cook. We also need to sleep. We've had a full day of wolf killing and wolf skinning, fishing, cooking. How long have we survived? 92 days, 7 hours, 49 minutes. Looks like there's some clouds coming in. It's not as nice of a night as it was initially looking. And I can hear the beginning of some wind as well, which is not good. Let's come in here. And we do need to cook that fish. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to step right out here and put the fish down in the snow with the rest of the meat. Three rainbow trout. Fantastic. Okay. to bed with us. Just sleep for 8 hours straight. Up. Okay, there we go. 92 days, 16 hours, 2 minutes. We are dehydrated. We lost a little bit of condition due to that. Let's go ahead and drink. It's definitely crappy weather outside. But that's good. That means some limbs will get knocked down, which will give us the ability to go get more firewood, because we've got lots of meat to cook. We probably have enough, frankly, to survive on for the remainder of the series. I could just hunker down. That's not entertaining, so I'm not going to do that. But if you were playing the Long Dark by yourself and you were just trying to rack up your survival count, you could do that. The only thing you'd have to worry about is cabin fever, because they do try to discourage people from just camping in one spot and achievement hunting by just trying to survive as long as possible by building up a bunch of resources and just, again, racking up the day survival count. So you can't stay in one spot forever. You can't stay... Well, it's not that you can't stay in one spot, but you can't stay indoors for too long of a time or you'll get cabin fever. My style is so nomadic. You guys have seen me play, so you know what. Hopefully you know what I'm talking about. But my style is so nomadic, I've never encountered cabin fever yet in the Long Dark since they added it. It's just... It hasn't happened to me. In lower difficulty modes, there are certain cushions that you get that prevent you from having it affect you. All right, let's sleep for 2 more hours. I didn't realize we weren't fully rested. There are buffers, so you can't get it for like the first, I think it's like 50 days or so. It might be less than that depending on the difficulty level. But all right, so now we're in better shape and we're not getting question marks anymore, which means the storm might be past. Perfect opportunity to go out in the early morning and get some wood. If we can find a downed limb. Okay, so the weather's still blah. There's a limb right there, actually. So let's very gingerly peek over the top of this hill and make sure there's nothing that's going to jump us if we go ahead and harvest this. Oh, there's a couple of limbs. Nice. Okay. How cold is it? 17 degrees? So this is going to chill us out a little bit. Use the hatchet. It's going to take 45 minutes. Yeah, we're going to lose our... We're going to be cold by the time we come back inside. We still have another one to hack up, too. Thankfully, it's warming up as we go. It's 24 degrees now, so the extent to which we were getting colder was actually dropping. Here's our rainbow trout.
Man,
So I'll tell you what.
carry much more.
Let's go ahead and grab more of this stuff, because we can use... I mean, I am loading poor Jennifer Hill up right now with meat, but it's what we're going to do.
This pack is getting too heavy to carry.
Ooh, moving really slowly. All right, so Fire Striker, Cedar Firewood, start fire. See, Cedar Firewood has a higher chance of starting right away. The last firewood we brought in was Fir Firewood, and that took a little bit more effort to work with. So let's start this fire. And then we have a lot of cooking to do, which again is going to give us some cooking experience. Hopefully we'll see before the series ends what happens when you get that higher level cooking ability. Alright, so we've got the fire going. And let's get to it. So we're warming up, obviously, because we got a really warm fire right in front of us. It's putting out 54 degrees worth of heat. Feels like 131 degrees Fahrenheit, which is really hot, in case you're wondering. I've had so many people comment on the series because I use, being in America, I use the Fahrenheit system. I'm familiar with Celsius on a cursory level, you know, and what you learned in school, but I don't read it as readily. I know it's a lot more straightforward. I know the metric system certainly has its advantages. But this is what we use, and this is what I'm used to. So 32 degrees is when things freeze. 100 degrees is generally when things get really, really hot. But it's not the same as Celsius, where, you know, like 100 degrees is boiling, etc. And 0 degrees is freezing. That would make much more sense. I said the metric system, but just Celsius. I'm not sure if that's in the same ballpark as the metric system, but I feel like the same countries that use the metric system also use Celsius, so I associate the two. Even though they might not actually be the same. The metric system has to do more with distance. We have the systems that we have. Celsius, Fahrenheit, miles, kilometers. All right, we're almost done cooking all of our meat, actually, believe it or not. We can go out and do some more cooking. Or some more fishing, rather. We don't need to do any more cooking. This is enough cooking to last an entire series. I'm just kidding. It's really not. Okay, notice we got some lamp oil from this. It's one of the nice things about cooking fish. We're actually getting lantern oil. Risk of intestinal parasites has passed, so we can eat the wolf meat without feeling bad. But you know what we're going to eat? We're going to eat fish. That's how this is going to go. But first, let me go ahead and get a little bit more snow out of this fire. Or a little bit more water out of this fire. Let's get snow out of a fire, because that's the way things work. Boil. There. Perfect. Alright, that's that. It looks like our cooking level did actually just go up. So let's take a look at what that is. Actually, first, let's go ahead and enjoy. Aw, look, our calorie count on some of this went up. 720. Or 620. 620. 700. 620 calories there. Let's eat this one too. Hell. Very nice. Alright, let's step outside. We still have a jerry can by the door too. We've got lots of lantern fuel, to tell you the truth. But, you know, when you cook fish, you get the fish oil, and it helps you keep the lantern alive for longer, which is quite nice. Alright, so we've got wolf meat here. Let's go ahead and put the rest of this down with the wolf meat. And then we have a little bit of fish, which, you know what? We'll just keep that on us. That'll be a snack. And it's 49 degrees. We could do a little bit more fishing right now if we wanted to. We've survived for 93 days, 1 hour, and 11 minutes. We got to make it to 100 in 100 episodes. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to let this episode go till 30 minutes or so as opposed to 25. How about that? How about that? Would you mind? I wouldn't. Alright, so... Wow, we really went in a weird direction last time, didn't we? We went to that fishing hut. I guess it was just foggy, so that's the direction that I walked. But that was a weird one to go to. The one that's... I feel like this one's a little bit closer. Granted, it's also near the bear cave, so you have to look out for the bear patrolling out in this part of the ice. As Hadrian gets the bow and arrow out. Speaking of bears, hi there! How's it going? He's right there. Hey, bear. Don't mind me, I'm just going to do a little fishing. There's a wolf up there, too. Right there. Okay, so there's a pry bar here. And some drawers that don't appear to have been searched. What is happening? What? This cupboard's been searched, but the drawers haven't. Oh, I'm so confused. Thought I'd been everywhere. All right, here's a pry bar at least. Now let's go ahead and break this ice. The bear doesn't come this way, I believe. If he does, we're about to find out. Yeah, bear goes that way. Ice fishing. So fish for... Screw it, let's just fish for 2 hours. If a bear gets us, the bear gets us. That's the most passive response to a bear I've ever given. Alright, here's another rainbow trout. 415 calories. Another rainbow trout. Oh, I didn't look at the weight on it. Alright, weather just turned crappy. That's unfortunate. Alright, so we've got a couple more fish, but we need to head back. I can't even see where I'm going, but this general direction is the direction of the shore, so we're going to walk this way and hope that we aren't walking to our doom. Or, you know, toward a bear. Either or. Either or would be equally bad. Man, I cannot see a damn thing. You have got to be kidding me. Not even a shape in the fog. I know that there's eventually going to be something in front of me, but right now I can't see it. I can't even see the beginning of shapes. This is bad fog. Imagine if it were nighttime, we were stuck in this right now. Oh, you have got to be kidding me. Come on. Trees. Okay, trees. Dock. Okay, I know where we are. Good lord. Crow feather. I'll take it. So we got some more fish. I can't remember if we used all of our... Oh, I didn't look at what the bonus was for cooking level 4. I still need to look at that. Do I still have any wood on me, too? That's what I needed to check. Yes, I do have 1 piece of wood. I can use that to cook the fish. Excelente. Let's go ahead and... there's some sticks here. Alright, there's that. Alright, I'll just start a fire with a stick. And use those to get it going. We can cook this fish.
Come on.
Wow, this is taking a long time. That's another thing they're thinking of adding. In addition to new cooking mechanics, they also want to have a little bit more to the fire starting, to where it's not just clicking a button. It's a little bit more effortful, as it would be in real life. Alright, so that's that. Let's cook these trout. And then we also need to look at what the benefits are. We harvested 0 gallons of lamp oil. Oh, that's useful. Thanks, game. Appreciate it. Let's see what it gave us. All right, 0.01 gallons. All right, so now let's look at cooking. 93 days and 5 hours. Okay. Cooking level 4. Extra calories from any cooked food item. No calorie loss when smashing open cans. And cooking times reduced by 20%, so we can cook faster. Basically. Our archery skill is still level 1 after all those epic archery shots. We need to make more arrows. I said I was going to make more arrows and then I didn't. That's a very small fish. Okay, we just ate a little bit of that one. There's 35 calories left. Let's drink a little bit more to top that meter off. And what do we got? Question mark hours of daylight left because the weather's getting crappy. There wasn't much time left in the day to begin with. Is there a book I can read anywhere? I don't remember. Here's the hunting rifle. Oh, you know what? I've got a round on me that I don't need. Because I totally picked one up. Where are you, rifle round? Should be near the bottom of my... Oh, there it is. Drop. Alright, so these hides are curing in here. If you're wondering just how many hides I have, got some cured guts in here, wolf pelts here, deer pelts here, and another wolf pelt. Just ridiculous amounts. And in here I think I have, no, just have cloth. Actually, I'm going to put some of this cloth up right there. You know, that's another thing I haven't messed with too much yet in Alone Dark is the snow shelters. Let's see, if we sort everything by weight, what's really weighing me down? Cattail stalks, got simple arrows, got a distress pistol, which, frankly, I mean, it might be good for use against the bear. Oh wait, I didn't mean to do that. Just meant to scroll down. We do have a lot of matches. Wish we had that many matches in Interloper. Interloper was just the quest for more matches, because we didn't have a fire striker. That's ridiculous. Alright, fishing tackle. We have plenty of that. We don't even need that many, to tell you the truth. So let's go ahead and put some of these away. This is not that much of a weight difference, but in the long dark, every little bit counts. Let's put some of these sharpening stones up. Let's put some of these sewing kits up. Put one of these flares up. People love to call me out for how many flares I carry around. I did just find an extra one though, so that's why I've got the extra. And then I've got a good amount of food on me as well that's weighing me down. But at least I'm below 66 pounds now at this point. Okay, well, tell you what, let's go ahead and sleep for a bit here. And on that note, I will go ahead and cut this episode here. In the next one, we are just going to keep pushing towards this magical 100-day mark, as well as seeing what else we can find. Seeing if there's any other areas I haven't explored yet in Coastal Highway, not Coastal Valley. I keep making that mistake. But I just feel like there's some additional stuff that I might be able to find as we push towards the 100-day achievement here, because I definitely found some stuff in this episode. There we go. Thanks very much for watching. If you enjoyed the episode, don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. I am stretching while I say this. It is so great. Okay. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to follow along. If you're not subbed already, I upload new episodes in Against All Odds every day at 6 Eastern Standard Time, which is GMT-5 for those of you not in the States. And comments are always welcome. Let me know what you think, and I'll see you next video.